Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Yang, your online YouTube visa consultant. Now in this video, I would like to take you into the depth of the definition of member of family unit. Now the interesting part that the reason I wanted to raise in this video is that there has been enormous numbers of people putting inquiry and comment and email me in regards to the age of their children or child, when should they actually apply for visas. Now, bear in mind, due to this period of pandemic, obviously the Australian dollar is down, the economy is down. We can also take advantage here because if you're looking to do a business investment visa or migration through investments pathways, it's the best time ever, because if you look at the trend of most developed country for immigration vehicles, so you're looking at USA, UK, Canada, New Zealand, over the past year or possibly less than 12 months, most of these countries has raised the criteria to actually apply for business investment visas. Now, I'm not saying that Australia is not doing it. Australia was planning to do it because by the end of last year, 2019, I did receive a lot of inquiries sending to all the stakeholders in the industry bodies to inquire about the raise of required investment funds for business investment visas. And that inquiry actually closes on the 14th of February 2020. Now, the interesting thing is during February in March, obviously everybody knows that the COVID-19 outbreaks had actually breached every country around the world. So the whole thing has been stopped. I do not believe that the government of Australia or immigration of Australia will continuously looking into raising up the required investment visa criteria due to the economic reasons. So obviously countries around the world, the economy is not going well, all the GDPs are all minus or negative, and the government is looking ways to actually save the economy. Now, one thing for immigration nations to actually raise a better to improve the economy of the country is to increase and improve the number of business investment visas. So increasing the criteria for this point of view, I believe will be very less possible to actually be implemented. Anyway, it's the opportunity for you if you're looking forward to do a business investment visa into Australia. Now, looking into further in this video, I'm like to take you into the depths of definition of member family units. So let's have a look. We're looking into the regulation of immigration of 1.12, which actually have the title of member of the family unit. So the scope is actually covers every single visa application. So if you come into Australia with a visa and bring your family in, this is very vital, and it basically dictates all the members that you want to bring. So obviously we can see here the sub-reg number 2 here, obviously spouse and de facto partner can be in as a family unit. Now, looking down on the B is the children. So children has to be less than 18 years old. So that basically does not cover parents. So parents who are over 18, obviously your parent has to be over 18. It cannot be covered or included in the visa application. Now children, if they are over 18 but has not turned 23, now they can be included provided they also showing that they have the dependency upon the head of the primary applicant, meaning that as evidence of proof, generally how we use it is to prove that the child is still on a full-time study mode, and that basically can show that the child is dependent on the primary applicant. Now, if the child is over 23, that's gonna be a bit of a difficulty there. You have to prove that the child has more dependency, the racial dependency is higher. Now generally there has to be a ground of compelling compassionate ground, including utilizing physical or mental issues to actually prove that evidence. But again, I don't foresee, or I do not advise people to go to that route. So if you can plan ahead and your child is under 18, that's not a problem. But if they are almost 18 or almost 23, you should looking into applying for a possible visa to actually rule out this kind of situation there. Now looking into the application that we can utilize, we can actually see here down here below. Okay, now if you see right, whoops, down here, okay, column 2, it says O visa person holds application for new visa. So basically it includes two visa categories. It says business skill provisional class UR visa and business skill provisional class EB visa. Now as you can see, both of these business skills are provisional, basically meant they are covering all the 1AA visas. So if you are applying for 1AA visa, or you are planning to apply for 1AA visa, make sure your kids is under the age of 23. So once you bring them in, even though 2 or 4 years later you are applying for permanent residency, which is on the left hand side of the column here, it says business skill resident or business skills permanent. Even though if they are of the age over 23, they can be 25, they can be 28, they can be 30, they can still be included as a member family units, meaning that even if they have been independent out there, and they can still be included in order to transfer to become a permanent resident of Australia. Now, interesting part here, it doesn't really just cover that, it also covers the employment sponsored visa down here as well. So make sure once you hold a 457 visa or 482 TSS visa, your child is under 23 years of age. So once you're trying to transfer into 186 or permanent residency visa on the left hand side here, whether it's going to be employer nominated or regional employer nominations, they can also become a permanent resident together as a family unit within your application as well. So it's actually very vital. The reason I want to show this is I know there has been a lot of forums and written contents discussing about these issues, but there's no quite a video explanation. So what I'm looking and trying to do is actually bring the viewers of you to actually see how the law actually looks like, because I do not find there's much of contents on the immigration website as well. But today, going into regulation 1.12 of migration regulation 1994, you can actually depict and find out the actual detail. And once you know this detail, it's better for you to actually plan ahead rather than waiting for the timing to come. Anyway, that's for our video today. Should you have more question or query, more than welcome to leave a comment right below, and should you consider to subscribe to our channel, so once we have more Australian visa insights, visas, investment potentials and things like that, you will be the first one to be notified. Thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next video. Goodbye.